Thank you, Dr. Watts. Many of you know that the Gwinnett Coalition has been undergoing a transformation of sorts. This transformation is a direct reflection of the goals and strategies outlined in a strategic plan. Much like what the priest is getting from the Community Foundation Board, I received the same thing when I was hired and began in January 2020. So our goal is to become more strategic in our focus on fewer strategies, go deeper so that we can move the needle and create real change so that all Gwinnettians have the opportunity to thrive. In support of this plan, we have a new vision and a mission. Both reflect our commitment to leading systems change, to advancing equity, again, we know that theme of equity that runs throughout our work, and addressing the complex social issues. We're focused on the long game, which takes time, it takes patience, and it takes all of you, each and every. Our guiding principles for conducting this work include convening stakeholders and subject matter experts across the industry sectors. You'll find that the coalition is not the subject matter expert, but we are convening, we're pulling together, we're supporting the strategy and providing the context in which we can work together. We hope to facilitate courageous and culturally responsive conversations. We're going to center our work in evidence-based practices, but also look towards promising practices that may not be tested because we are a community of innovation and we can do it. We're going to develop shared strategies and goals, and we're going to use data to mark where we are and how much progress we've made. And we're going to form synergistic community partnerships to maximize impact. This already exists. It's to cultivate more, to bring more people into the fold and to build more relationships to get this work done together. And we're going to do that in the context of a culture of intentional community investment. So I always look at Partnership Gwinnett, the Chamber's Economic Development, the community's Economic Development Program, and it's nothing for corporations and private businesses and wealthy individuals to invest in economic development. Well, community development is the flip side of that coin. We have to invest in community development. And so in the next year, we'll be looking to broaden the base of support from grants at every level, federal, state, and local, to really pulling in the business community into this work and helping them understand that the work that they do preventively, and the healthier our community is, the healthier their population is, their employees, their families. It's just the flip side of a coin. We're going to do this under the auspices of collective impact. It's a framework. It's proven to drive systems change, and it's comprised of the following conditions: a common agenda, we talked a little bit about shared data, measuring progress and results, alignment of nonprofit and agency activities, effective communications. The reason why Gwinnett Cares worked so well is there was this weekly calls, there was constant communication and people reaching out to each other, and a backbone organization to coordinate it all. The two most important elements of collective impact are having a backbone organization and having a shared agenda. And the coalition is committed to being the backbone and helping to lead these conversations and drive this work forward. We're making great strides in building the necessary infrastructure, where we've added and implemented technology and systems to help make our work more efficient. We've hired a team of professionals to facilitate the work. And this team currently supports an expanded initiative with Gwinnett County Public Schools in the Gwinnett Cares Helpline. This launched in January, where social workers, administrators, counselors can call direct into the helpline and receive direct referrals for students who are in their offices in the school. Resilient Gwinnett, Jennifer mentioned, I won't spend too much time talking about that, but this is that preventive piece, right? All of us experienced adverse childhood experiences when we were growing up. And if you have 4 or more, the data says you are more likely to be at risk of a heart attack, of diabetes, laying out of work because you can't keep a job, all those things. So Resilient Gwinnett is a community-wide effort to prevent adverse childhood experiences, and then also to invest in positive childhood experiences. And we've got some great partners at the table, including Gwinnett County Public Schools, Viewpoint Health Guide, Gwinnett Public Health, Mosaic Georgia, Sur Familia, and DFACS. We're starting there, but it will expand. We will include the justice system, we will include the law enforcement, we will include partners, so be on the lookout. We want you to be engaged in this. If we get all this right up front, we won't have nearly as many problems of the work that we're doing now in terms of these other buckets of work. We're ready to go deeper and to expand. We recently launched a partnership with Public Health, Dr. Arona and her team, and we've deployed health equity navigators into the community. We're focused on the underserved communities, the Black and brown populations that really need to be connected to the resources and to uplift these families to be part of our community. As part of that, we are very excited to launch a new app. Many of you remember the Food Finder app that was used during the pandemic. We're going to launch a very similar app called Gwinnett Health Finder. So we will be able to use that and deploy that as our community navigators are out into the community and connecting resources and folks that need help through this new app. We hope to launch that by the end of July, certainly in time for the start of school. And then the last piece of this is we're going to focus on these health-related issues because that's where we've landed with COVID, and that's sort of how we've started our work here. But the community needs assessment from the county will play an integral role in the strategies that we adopt and take forward in the future. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to now announce that we have a new award. It's called the Gwinnett Coalition's Changemaker Award. And this inaugural award is presented to a leader who exemplifies the coalition's mission to lead systems change, to advance equity, and to address complex social issues. This person that's receiving this award supports the brand in his or her everyday actions. It advances the vision of strategically aligned leadership, resources, and systems so that we can foster equity and prosperity for all Gwinnetians. Today's well-deserving award recipient has been a longtime champion of Gwinnett County, has been recognized by lead organizations in both the public and private sector for their many contributions to the community. I would say their indelible fingerprints are evident on virtually every aspect of the Gwinnett Coalition as a volunteer, an investor, a board member, a program developer, and most recently as a consultant, supporting the coalition's evolution to a collective impact model. The Changemaker Award reads, honoring a visionary and persistent leader whose innovative ideas inspire others towards collective impact. I am beyond excited today to share with you that this first award that we are going to issue is going to a dear friend and a colleague and someone who's helped to advance the coalition and its new embodiment of collective impact, and that is Paige Havens. Girl. Thank you. Do a picture real quick? Real quick.
I will only accept this on behalf of all of you. It has been my privilege to walk alongside you in one of the most unprecedented times we will ever experience in our lives. We are all change makers. Hashtag cheers to the change makers.
She would never have let us do that under any circumstances. So I hope we pulled one over on Paige Havens. I'll just leave you with this important thought. We learned through this pandemic we can accomplish great things together. If we align our resources, if we align our energy, if we focus on the task at hand and get it done, we can be successful in anything we do. Know that the coalition is here to help serve and support you. We invite you to be part of our initial efforts that are community-wide in scope and nature. And thank you for being here today and for giving your heart and your soul and your passion and your expertise to make this community a better place. Thank you.